Welcome back to another video. Well, sometimes I would have an intro and sometimes I won't. So, let me know in the comments what you prefer. I don't mind going straight to the Reddit post. So just let me know in comments. Today's video is... Today, I fucked up by buying everyone an Ancestry DNA kit and ruining Christmas. Earlier this year, Ancestry DNA had a sale on their kit. I thought it would be a great gift idea, so I bought 6 of them for Christmas presents. Today, my family got together to exchange presents for our Christmas Eve tradition, and I gave my mom, dad, brother, and 2 sisters each a kit. As soon as everyone opened their gift at the same time, my mom started freaking out. She told us how she didn't want us taking them because they had unsafe chemicals. We explained to her how there were actually no chemicals, but we could tell she was still flustered. Later, she started trying to convince us that the only one of us kids need to take it since we will all have the same results, and to resell extra kits to save money. Fast forward, our parents have been fighting upstairs for the past hour, and we are downstairs trying to figure out who has a different dad. So, too long didn't read. I bought everyone in my family Ancestry DNA kit for Christmas. My mom started freaking out, and now our parents are fighting and my dad might not be my dad. Update. Thank you so much for all the love and support. My sisters, brother, and I have not yet decided if we are going to take the test. No matter what the results are, we will still love each other and our parents no matter what. Update 2. Christmas isn't ruined. My fucked up actually turned into a Christmas miracle. Turns out my sister's father passed away shortly after she was born. A good friend of my mom's was able to help her through the darkest time in her life, and they went on to fall in love and create the rest of our family. They never told us because of how hard it was for my mom. Last night, she was strong enough to share stories and photos with us for the first time, and it truly brought us even closer together as a family. This is a Christmas we will never forget, and yes, we are all excited to get our test results. Merry Christmas, everyone. P.S. Sorry, my mom isn't a whore. No, you're not my daddy. Okay. I remember reading this a while back. It didn't have the updates, so it was completely different. You know, the atmosphere, just reading it was different. The first time the first half, it would be like, oh fuck. But after reading the update, it's less of a complete fuck up kind of thing. Especially since the poster said that it brought his family or their family together. But I am interested in what the comments have to say. Everyone hears about this kind of funny shit, but you never expect it to happen to you. A guy found me on 23andMe, and it turned out we had 12.5% DNA in common, making us close cousins. But then I found out he was born in the 50s, which makes cousinship impossible. It turns out he's my half-uncle, and in the process of figuring out how the hell he eluded the family, it turned out that the guy we thought was my great-uncle was actually my uncle. My grandma hid the fact that her very younger brother was actually her kid, and he was this guy's brother. Those kinds of bombshells can completely rewrite your family tree. It's wild. Edit, this blew up overnight. I just wanted to add that there was no fault involved. My grandmother had an extremely rough early life in World War II and into post-war Europe. There's zero judgment for her choices, and it's not clear how much was even her choice to begin with. She passed away several years ago, so some of the reasoning and specifics will never be understood. If your family has a strange adoption story or gave a child up along the way, remember that it was a vastly different time with a difficult social landscape. Be gentle and considerate of folks. Yeah, that makes sense. He makes a good point. We're living in a different age, guys. Though that story was kind of confusing, at least to me. But you guys can pause the video and reread it if you're confused. Ebram says, I had the opposite thing happen. I did a 23andMe and found out that my first cousins, who I'm not close with, they were estranged from a long time from my dad's brother, and had also done 23andMe because it matched us as first cousins. I told my dad this and he was like, wait, it said that Karen is your first cousin? And I was like, yeah? And he asked to see it, and then he said, I have to call my brother. Turned out that my uncle has been convinced for decades that his ex-wife had an affair and his youngest daughter, Karen, wasn't really his. Turns out she has been this whole time. D-Man4835. My father also used a ancestry DNA kit. He didn't find anything unusual in the results, exactly what he thought it would be. But something weird did happen after he checked the box to allow close matches to contact him. Well, soon after he gets contacted by a woman he had never met who lives over 1,000 miles away from him, saying that Ancestry told her that the two of them are cousins. Genealogical records show no relation, but she told my dad that of her 3 siblings, only one of them had the expected Ancestry report. Their parents were no longer living, so no one to ask. Anyway, upon further conversation, my dad finds out that when this woman was born, she lived in the same city as most of my dad's family. So he asks her to send him a picture, and he swears it's Uncle Louie in a wig. Well, damn. For any of you guys planning to take these DNA kits and tests, just remember that there can be errors and it's not entirely foolproof. There can be contaminations, and especially they compare it with their database, the DNA that they already have. So just keep that in mind. And that wraps up this video. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and like, share, and subscribe like always. And I swear I'm not dragging this video out just to make the 10-minute mark. Subscribe. Please. Please.